President Thabo Malawi has implemented tax laws on poor people 6 days ago, and I have to say, this guy is just bland out stupid.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, folks. Welcome to the second episode of the Johnny News, where we give you fake news for entertainment purposes. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into today's story.
The most outstanding feature about television is the tremendous variety of...
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, girl.
Here, please do me a big favor by hitting the subscribe button, hitting the notification bell, liking and sharing, because as they always say, sharing is caring. Now let's get into today's story. President Donald Trump has commented on the new tax-paying laws by Thabo Malawi that was implemented 6 days ago, and he calls the president stupid. Let's hear him out.
6 days ago, South African President Thabo Malawi implemented a new tax-paying law on poor people, which caught the eye of the U.S.
Your kind of people are stupid and lazy.
But Mr. President, we voted for you during elections. Why would you do this to poor people? How could you?
And this is what President Rump said.
President Thabo Malawi has implemented tax laws on poor people 6 days ago, and I have to say, this guy is just bland out stupid and heretical. Therefore, he must leave office effective immediately.
As things continue to heat up at the White House, it looks like South Africa will not lose the eye of the U.S. government. This is Daisy Jackson reporting from Washington, D.C.
That's a hot take from the president. Thabo Malawi's in trouble, folks. Now, moving on to sports. John Cena has been transferred to FC Barcelona. Now, let's have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new member of FC Barcelona. Just 2 days ago, John Cena has signed up with Barcelona, and this is what he had to say.
Honestly, I am super grateful to be part of this team, and I can't wait to give it my absolute best on the field and bring smiles on the faces of fans from all over the world.
Will John Cena carry the same star power he had from his former team Juventus? Stay tuned for more.
Alright, folks, let's jump into the weather with Cynthia Jones.
Bay, southwesterly winds at 5 to 10 knots at first, tending southeasterly at 15 to 20 knots by late morning, and easing to 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end to the second episode of the Johnny News. If this is your very first video of the Johnny News, I highly recommend you go back to watching our very first episode of the Johnny News, where I talk about how Thabo Malawi has implemented a new tax-paying laws on poor people. That is all. If you made it this far, as I've said in the previous video, you're a champion, and I will see you next time. Peace.